Oh, yeah, we back. Yes, Lord.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Yo, what up, 33? Tell me something good.
Everybody,
You know, they tell me life don't come with no manual, so we're going to take it a day at a time.
Man, about time you got here, man. Light your cigar, do whatever you gotta do. Get comfortable so we can get this game going. Oh, shit, what do you need to come out? Man, just hold your man. That's all you gotta do. Play some defense.
Man, too late, man. Domino, game.
Good days, great nights. Good days, great nights. Ooh, oh, oh. Pick your favorite cigar. Cognac.
Well. We back again. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning to the GoodDays, GreatNights podcast. Of course, I tell y'all all the time, it's going to be a good one, man. I appreciate y'all so much for joining us today. Got a couple names, couple handles, go by. Some call me 33 if you know me in the cigar world. Alicia and Harrison's father, or daddy, depending on what your demographic is. Uncle Al, Cool Breeze, your auntie's favorite podcast host, and your uncle's favorite nephew. You know what I'm saying? He called me before he called you to fix the car and stuff around the house. So it's going to be a good one, man. I think we're going to have some fun with this one because it's somebody I consider a friend. I'm seeing different things, and, you know, the rule of thumb, like the way we go about this, we really never ask you your name first. We're going to base it on some other things because here lately, you know, they've been making big moves, kind of like assassin, like quiet moves, but intentional moves. So you might have heard they was in St. Louis one weekend. One weekend they was doing backflips in Dallas, shooting back home to be with the grandkids, you know, and not kind of taking care of themselves, but taking care of themselves, but maybe could probably do it a little bit better. We'll get on her. We'll kind of get on her a little bit, make sure she understands the importance of that. So we do a little thing here, and we base it off of something different. We base it off of music. So in the sense of 5 songs. So if we were getting ready to go somewhere, and you get to pick the place where we're going to road trip to, or we flying into and whatever, and you tell me the place you would like to go to, and then just tell me the place first. We'll go there first.
Okay, so if we were to go somewhere right now, we're probably going to go to Greece.
You want to go to Greece?
We're going to go to Greece.
Okay, so we got our passports. We there. We get there, and we come in on a private jet. We coming in on the backside, like it's like a big group of us, or just?
Nah, it ain't a group of us.
Okay.
Not a group of us.
Okay, so not a group of us.
If we doing a group trip, we're going to go to Spain. We're going to go Ibiza if we're doing a group
You
trip.
teaching me something because I don't know nothing about it. So, okay.
Yeah.
Either way, we there. We jump in the rental. We jump in the car, and it's time to ride. So you being a boss, you being a lady of many titles and things like that, we probably getting chauffeured around, but it's your turn with the Bluetooth.
All right, so
5 songs right now today that describe you as a person.
probably first one, Tupac, Picture Me Rolling.
Give me a little bit. Tell me why.
Oh, man. I think that I've just been the underdog for so long, so it's kind of like every time somebody sees me, they're like, oh, my God, we're so proud of you. We didn't think that. So I always be like, picture me rolling in my 500 band.
Talk your stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah, I got to talk my stuff.
Yeah.
So then it'll probably be Korean Hawthorne, Blessed.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because at the end of the day, it wasn't my doing.
Right.
Anything that I've gone through, been through, overcame, and where I am now was all predestined, and it really had nothing to do with me. I just, followed and listened.
Just walked in it.
Right. I just walked in it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Probably anything from Rod Wave right now. Like, I feel like he just talks to my soul. He just speaks to me.
Okay.
Just all his music is probably me reincarnated.
Okay.
Let me think. I would do Oh my God, this is so hard. I would probably do
2 more. We need 2 more.
2 more. This is so difficult because I'm a music head, so it shouldn't be difficult.
No, that's why it is difficult because it's kind of giving you a little bit of injection of you as a person. So it's supposed to be like that a little bit. So
I'll probably do Meek Mill. Are you about to? Are we gonna listen to this?
You do something that I don't do, so I gotta do this over here. This is all I know over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one more. One more.
Who would it be? I'm gonna kick myself in the tail later because I'm be like, man, how did I forget about? Who would it be?
Okay.
I'll probably have to go back to what is so crazy. I feel like Tupac is like my ultimate favorite artist. I think anything that you listen to when you was about 14 or 15 is kind of what you stuck with.
Yeah.
And
which Tupac? Which other one?
dang, it's so hard.
It is. Tupac got a catalog.
Dang, he do. Oh my God, how do I not know? All right, it's the song. Nobody, you gonna help me out, Corey? Because he ain't gonna help me. I already know he ain't helping me. It's the one where she's like, oh my bad. It's the one where she kicks in like she can't have. Can I cuss on here?
You do your thing. Don't go crazy. What you do your thing? You do your thing.
Okay, I ain't gonna curse.
No, do your thing.
Where she's like, she's not having babies by swearing he could save me. My strategy's official. Checking your pockets while I tongue kiss you. Softest tissue, so my next use is how to dish you. Call me Storm from the day I was born. I've been known to break the coldest mother till it's horse worn. Oh my God. What is it? Yeah.
The street switch.
Yeah, run the street.
I was just
Run
waiting.
the
I was
street.
just waiting.
Yes.
Okay.
So that
and that's why. Why? Give me that one. Give me that one.
Oh my God. So it kind of go both ways. So I feel like I'm the guy version of that song.
Okay.
And then I'm still the girl version of it. Like, dude, I'm not about to be having no babies by you. If you're not about I'm gonna ignore you. But at the same time, I used to feel like, dude, chill out to my spouses. Let me run these streets. This is how I get this money.
Yeah.
Let me run these streets. Let me do what I do. So I'm kind of like on both sides of that.
Okay, so do me a favor. Introduce yourself.
Oh my God. So I feel like he got like 5 names. But my name's Tenesia Brown, aka Miss Keys. So I mean, you can call me either one of those. You can call me Jacoby's mom. You can call me Man King's Grant Meemaw. You know.
You got some handles out here.
Yeah, I got some handles too.
Okay.
I got some handles.
Okay,
Yeah.
so check it out. You got Tupac. Run the streets.
Run the streets.
That's
probably my ultimate. That's probably number 1 right
but
there.
that's one of the ones though, because that's hood love at its finest. Like, you know, I'm gonna at the end when he talking. That's my favorite part.
Okay,
when he
okay,
talking,
okay.
and then you said Ride Wave, right?
Yep.
Ride Wave.
Anything.
Ride Wave.
Almost anything. I feel like Abandoned. Abandoned is like probably my favorite.
I think you might be short. You might need one more, but I'm gonna help.
I don't think I'm short.
You got Ride Wave. You got Tupac.
I did Meek Mills, and I didn't even give you a song for Meek.
So what you want?
Oh man, that's another hard one.
Okay, just give me one real quick. It ain't no right or wrong. We'll come back and get your list at the end.
What is it? Heat. What is it? Heat. Oh my God. Why do I not know the names of the songs? That's because they just play randomly.
They just play randomly?
Yeah.
Okay, we ain't even going to worry about it. So check this out. So Meek Mills, more or less of a hustler.
Yep.
A hustler every day. He got to get it. He's focused on what he want to do, right? So that fills the void. So if I was to not know you as a person, I know she's a hustler. She come from nothing. She wants to make better. Maybe came from something, but
I ain't come from nothing.
But come from, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ride Wave, that's just more or less of your emotional side. That's more or less of being through things and like going through and letting it pour out in action. Because you see him a lot of times, he don't do a lot of interviewing, a lot of things. He's kind of like reserved to himself. But at the same time, he's a good person because his mind frame is more or less of like, let the music talk for me.
Yeah.
So let the work that I do here talk for me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you stopped it.
So
go ahead and share it then.
And then what I'm blessed, that's just giving credit to God.
Yep.
So I think that's a good list. That's a powerful list, man. Because I think it's a little bit of everything in there. I'm surprised there ain't no R&B in there, but I'm gonna let you make it. I'm gonna let you make it. Thug life. Okay. So 24 hours in a day, right? What is 24 hours in a day look like for you? Like what are you doing? What time you waking up?
I wake up every day about 5:30.
Okay, give me a rundown. What we doing?
5:30, shower. Hop in my car. I'm probably in St. Louis heading to Kansas City.
Okay.
I stop at the same gas station every morning.
Okay.
Fill up, take my gas station picture, because I always do
Right.
a gas station pic. Think of something what's on my mind or whatever I dreamt about that day or what my plans are for that day.
Right.
I do a post, an inspirational post with some sort of quote or something kind of motivating. It kind of motivates me.
Yeah.
I really don't post it for other people. I post it for my own
That's
self.
dope. That's dope.
It just happens to also reach and touch somebody else.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's my hop in the car. I turn on my Pandora. It's going to be either Rodaway station,
Okay.
funny Meek Mill station,
Okay.
Tupac station, or Korean. So it's literally one of those stations.
Okay.
And I'm gone. I probably make it to about the 100-mile marker, and then I'm making phone calls because it's about 8 o'clock then. It's about 8 o'clock, so people are up. I make it into the office or meeting because I try to schedule meetings.
Right.
Get here, check on the agents. If I got a meeting, shoot over to a meeting. Make my rounds to any of the projects that I'm working on here. Try to grab me something to eat. Try to stop and either have lunch with my son or see one of them grandkids.
Right.
And then by 3:30, 4 o'clock on the highway back to St. Louis, just in time for dinner. So it's either going to be at one of my favorite restaurants or I took something out that morning.
That's dope.
And cooked. And then I'll watch some TV or watch as me. Either way.
Okay.
Sleep, do it all again. So that's about 4 days, 3 or 4 days out of the week. That's my day.
Okay, so my question to you is, out of all of that you said, when is your time? Like, so what is that time? Like, how do you balance all of that and still keep your sanity, keep your mind every day, knowing for 4 days to 5 days out of the week I'm going to do this? What does your time look like where you get that moment to take that time and just kind of go into that?
So I don't think that since we've opened back up after the pandemic, I've taken that time yet.
Right.
I've been horrible with balancing things. And it's the one thing that I tell most people when they do try to become an entrepreneur or anything, doesn't matter what kind,
right.
You got to find balance. It's my advice to others, but I still haven't quite, grasped it myself. But I do take some time, like every now and again, I'll go off to the ranch or something in Texas. I just haven't been in a few months only because there's so much to do. There's so many events and things that I have going on, and you have to kind of gear up for those. And so I haven't really had any chance. And plus, we're opening a new office in St. Louis. It's just been crazy. But I'm going to take 2 weeks somewhere.
You ain't got a choice now?
Yeah, I don't have a choice. Well, I could be defiant, like I'm probably am going to be.
We could we could definitely say that it's important. You see what I'm saying? So I challenge you to make sure that you do take that time to kind of smell your roses, because you got a lot going on, and I think sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing so much. We're just goal driven, right? And then like with the pandemic, it was lesser. So now I got to get back what I feel like I lost. But I don't really think we lose things. I think at that time of life, like, it's really to slow us down and like kind of give us some better understanding. Okay, so when you look at like your relationships, like as far as like when it comes to like your coworkers, people that work with you, I won't say they work underneath you because they're your coworkers, right? They work with
we all work together.
How do you preserve those relationships and teach them without making it seem like that you're above them or they're below you?
Oh, I think that if nothing else, I like to think myself as humble. Okay. I'm not above anybody. I don't do anything that anybody can't do either. So I don't look down on anybody. Just as much as I encourage them, they encourage me. Yeah. Them believing in me keeps me encouraged. Yeah. Them actually doing the things and watching them actually do the things that or advice that I give is like awesome to me. But because I didn't have anybody to help me or give me advice, so for me to be able to share with them, it is most humbling. So I don't think that I come off. I'm like everybody. What you say, you everybody's every uncle's nephew or something like that. I feel like I'm every person's sister. Oh, okay. Young or old, don't matter if you're older than me or younger than me. Like we sisters.
In some kind of way.
Yeah, in some kind of way. Whether you're a guy or girl. Yeah. I just am that. I'm that one. Like I'm a sister figure, not a mother figure, because I'm not about to be reprimanding you or anything like that. I'm gonna listen to you. May or may not, depending on what it is. If you ask for my advice, I'll give it to you. If you don't, I'm just gonna tell you to be strong. I'm not going to judge you. So, I'm just everybody's sister.
That's cool. I think it's needed. I think it's needed in the realm, not just in business, but in life, because a lot of times, especially men, they go into a thing with somebody to say something to them, they acting like their mom, or they coming off like their mom. So the fact that and I think you got a few male relatives and stuff like that. So like sometimes that's hard for some men to work under a woman or work for a woman.
They don't work. We all work for or under Keys Realty Group. We work for ourselves. Yeah. We're a team. I'm just there to help them get to where they're trying to get to. Right. So you give me your goals, I'm gonna help you get there. I can't do it for you, but I'm gonna give you what knowledge I do have to help you get there. I can't motivate you to get out here and sell. I can give you the tools and the knowledge. Now, what you do with it is up to you. Right. Now, you tell me based on what your goals was that you want to close $10 million in sales. Yeah. Well, what you doing? Right. Get up there and do it then. Yeah, you got the tools, you got the clients, you have the knowledge.
You got the cheat code because they have you.
Yeah, so get out here and do it. So, yeah, I don't think, again, even the guys are probably the dopest here. You know what I'm saying, man? The guys are so mad dope. Today, earlier, when I was sick, when I wasn't feeling well, when I tell you, I called Raekwon, he could tell I couldn't breathe. Like, he's like, let me make a few phone calls. I'll call you right back. All right, go up here and get a COVID test. Well, then, when the blood started coming up, I was like, I'm going to have to bypass the COVID test. This is probably, I got to go somewhere more. And he's messaging me like, or you calling my phone. And then he must have called my son. I don't be trying to worry the kids. He calling, what's going on? I'm like, oh my God, they are like my daddies for real. But they like, hey, the agents hit me. Hey, take a break. We got this. Right. We got this. Go get some rest. We need you. So go rest up. Whatever it is that you need us to do, we'll come and do it. And I'm like, nah, I got this. I'm gonna go get some rest after today. But yeah, like everybody mad though. The dudes, they are most humble and they are most appreciative. One of them I went to broker school with 18 years ago. Okay. 18 years ago, he said he had his own brokerage. So he was like, man, let me tell y'all something. I quit. Tenesia kept going. I mean, look at it. I mean, I'm just blessed to be able to have watched her. And now I'm like, yo, I'm coming to you. I was like, you could just do it. He's like, nah, I'm coming with you. That's good. I'm coming.
But that's cool though. That mean during school he seen something in you, and then you didn't burn that bridge.
Yeah. Raekwon, I think I did your work for you in class.
He wasn't cheating off your paper. You just did it for him.
I did it for him. I did. Okay, I said, give me your book. I'll write it for you.
So when you look at that, and you said something about your son, tell me. We had a conversation. Your son, he did something in real estate at a young age. Yeah. What did he do?
Oh my goodness. So at 17, he bought his first investment property. Okay. He renovated it. It was supposed to pay for his first year of college because he injured his hand and wasn't going to be able to play. He wasn't able to play football his senior year. Okay. So scholarships out the door. So that's how he was going to pay for college. Somewhere between the pandemic and, I don't know, he decided, I don't think I'm going to go to college. He said, I'm pretty sure if I go to college, I'm going to waste my money because I'm going to be having fun and I'm not going to be focused. I'm not ready for college. Okay. So I said, well, you got to do something, buddy. What you going to do? He's like, I'm going to be a realtor. Well, of course, I kind of poked my chest. I'm like, yeah, come on, just go to class, So he went to real estate school. He got his license. He's probably done. So he's been licensed since like the end of October 2020. Okay. He's done about five, 6 deals. He sold his house, he sold it at an awesome time because he got racks over his asking price. Gotcha. And took him down last week to his first delinquent tax sale auction. He didn't get nothing. Everything he wanted, they went past. Right. But just to see the hunger in him and him understanding like how processes goes, the contracts, talking and dealing with people, even though he's a quiet person. Right. But he understands like, Mom, if I keep on this path, I'll be financially secure before I'm 25. I'm like, you will. You just got to keep focused. It's up to you.
So was real estate your dream?
No.
What did you want to do?
Are y'all for real? Mm-hmm. So like 13 years old. Okay. 13 years old. I think that's about the time you start thinking about, right, what you want to do when you grow up. Is that about right? Or at what age did you know what you wanted to do?
I've been knowing what I wanted to do for a long time.
What age?
Probably about 8 to 10.
8 to 10? Yeah. So this whole time, 8 to 10, you knew that you wanted to have a podcast. Because I don't even think they had podcasts.
It wasn't a pod.
So you wanted to do radio.
I wanted to be on TV, and I wanted to shoot ball.
Okay, so you want to be on TV. All right, well, my aspirations were not that broad. Okay. I guess you kind of, was it somebody in your family around you that was on TV?
No, like J. Cole say, first off, rest in peace to Uncle Phil. Like, they raised us. So, like, growing up as kids, like, Family Matters, Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all those shows as kids, like, we seen that stuff, and that's what we... Matter of fact, my favorite thing was New York Undercover.
I don't think I remember.
That's the two cops. One was Puerto Rican, one was black guy, and it was just like it was one of my favorite shows to watch as a kid. They had a little bitty hole on the wall club called Natalie's, because if I couldn't be in the music, doing like some kind of TV or basketball, I wanted a little bitty hole in the wall spot.
You want a juke joint?
I wanted a little speakeasy. Come on in here, like Cheers.
Okay, yeah. I'm almost embarrassed then.
Come on, it's okay.
To tell y'all, so my whole goal was at 13. I kind of moved around a lot, so I kind of lived with like all of my sisters. A month here, a month there. So I had them to kind of look at and see what I want to do. So I lived in Atlanta during the time.
Okay,
Atlanta. So this is before I actually lived there. I was visiting, and one year I visited during Freaknik.
Say no more.
I visited during Freaknik.
You got to see. I didn't get this. I'm kind of jealous.
So I'm hanging out with my sisters, and they're all grown. Right. And Freaknik, I'm just like, dude, y'all got all the guys. What does I knew my sister was a nurse. Yeah. But she was high. All her friends was high. Like, what do they do? Like, they got all the guys, like, everywhere we pulled up. I mean, all the dudes rushing over. And, I'm just a little girl, 13. I'm like, man, I want to have all the guys. And then I heard them. They was like, they were strippers. Okay. I was like, that's what I want to do. Yeah. I want to be a stripper. They get all the dudes. I'm going to do the ragtime, bankhead bounce. Like, I'm going to be, that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, that's what I aspired to be. It didn't work out. And a rapper. I wanted to be a rapper, and my rapper name was T-Baby. It was T-Baby. Okay. So I wanted to be a rapper and a stripper. Well, needless to say, I ended up being neither one of those. Okay. At all. Didn't even audition. Yeah. never been on a pole unless it was aerobics.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And only rap in my car. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what I aspired to be. Other than that, I had no dreams or aspirations. I just knew. I didn't know nothing. That's just it. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. I probably didn't figure out that I just didn't want to continuously live the way I lived until I got pregnant at 15.
Gotcha.
When I was pregnant with my first son, I was like, I don't know what I want to do or how I'm gonna do it. I just know that I can allow this child to grow up how I grew up.
Right.
So
no, so the reason why I asked, because like you said, he had dreams to go to college and play ball. You had dreams to do certain things and kick it. You wanted to kick it. You know, so like that was really
wanted to do.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? Well, it came with it, but in that process of it and understanding it, when it shifts, and now he has you to look at. You see what I'm saying? So that's something like you're doing your child a service, because a lot of kids don't have any kind of guidance to look at and say, hey, this is a good thing. Or if they have it, it's hindered by personals. You see what I'm saying? Because of they don't want. My biggest thing with my kids was I didn't want them to experience pain. You see what I'm saying? But with you, you're able to show them like, hey, you're gonna have some hard times, but if you do this, it'll put you in a better place. Because I'm pretty sure, hurting his hand as a mom, you're like, damn, you know, this is what his dream is. But you allowed him to become a man in that moment. Because some people gonna tell you, nah, you going to school. It's not an option. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for you to be like, nah, okay, what you want to do? And ask, that's more mulligans than any young man could ever ask. Because growing up as men, you're always kind of told what to do. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's dope. That was the reason for me asking. So real quick though, let me make sure I show my boy some love. You know this, right? You know a little bit about this drip?
Yeah. I bought cases from him
so,
when he first started.
So David, you know, shout out him. He's a sponsor.
Shout out David.
He's
at
sponsored
Dispatch USA.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
Second season, he took care of us. He been blessing us with the water, and I gotta shout him out, man, because he got Entrepreneur of the Year with the awards.
Really?
With the People Choice Awards, he did, man. So I want to make sure my dog get his flowers, man. He got something going right there. So when you look at that, and it shows that you're doing your son a good service, like to build him up. But so like when you look at like your personal, like your relationships, do you think that coming up in the ranks in the real estate thing kind of hindered them? Do you think that where you're at now, like what did you learn now versus when you first started like dating in this realm, and like how to balance that part?
That men are very jealous. That's what I learned. I mean, men are jealous. I feel like every man says and thinks that, well, not every, but most.
The ones you've encountered.
The ones I've encountered.
There we go. Because you ain't gonna do my dogs.
Yeah. I feel like they always want a strong woman, a woman out here that's hustling, that's getting it, until they actually get that woman and know that they got to step their game up to stay with this woman, to be with this woman. And it's really intimidating for a lot of men. And it also brings a lot of jealousy. You wouldn't think that you'll be laying next to a person that's jealous of you for success when your success is their success. So there should be nothing to be jealous about. They should be encouraged. So I think that I've learned that in dating during real estate. Well, not really dating, because I mean I've been married the whole time, just to different folk. Gotcha. I've been married, but just understanding that dating people who have less than you it's probably not best for everybody.
You gotta be a strong person.
You have to, unless it's a strong person, to date somebody who has, or in a relationship with somebody who has less than you, and it doesn't matter if they have the will and drive to do it too. If you guys aren't encouraging one another, then it could be real discouraging and real damaging to a relationship. To be like, what's that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy? Like, I feel like I'm sleeping with the enemy, like sleeping with the enemy. Right.
So if you could give some advice, like for a person, like you said, somebody dating, I guess you would, I don't consider it below, because depending on what you have or how you look at what the importance of values are or whatever, but we'll say for the sake of what it is, you have more. Whatever that more is, maybe you got more drive, maybe you got more money, maybe you have less time than they got. How how would you like tell somebody to? How would you bring them buff up? Like, what would be your game?
I think that communication is key. Communication, understanding what one person's weaknesses and strengths are, and they could be opposite of each other's. Mm-hmm. So to be able to balance those out and encourage or fill the void of where the other one's falling short, as opposed to attacking them because of it, it is a big difference. It makes a big difference. There should be no egos.
Yeah.
In relationships, there should be no egos in a household. Period. I mean, egos will kill a lot of things, but it's gonna definitely kill pride, and egos kills relationships. If you want a lasting one, you're gonna have to check them at the door.
Yeah. So with that, being that you're independent, being that you like you said, you was pregnant, baby in the womb, you knew you wanted your baby to have a better situation. Do you think sometimes that hinders some relationships in the time that we live in now? Not so much of like a woman being outspoken, but just people being outspoken. Do you think it's like a time and a place for it? Or how do you balance that part where it can be that, where there's no egos and nobody feels like in a marriage that they're above or below or in a relationship? How do you make that person feel like, hey, you might not have Fogo the Child money, but you got, Texas Roadhouse money?
See, that's kind of hard for me because...
Talk your talk.
Well, no, it's kind of hard for me because I'm real simple, right?
Yeah.
I'm simple as crap.
Right.
Like, me and my husband, I'll wake up at 2 a.m. and be like, you want a burger or you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah.
Or we might be like, yo, how late you going to be in? I'll be in about 8. Let's shoot over to the Ritz. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, it kind of... I can't really answer that question because nothing really... I'm a cooker, so I'd rather cook at home.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if I get in at 10 or 11 o'clock at night. If I took something out or I'm going to defrost something, because I'd much rather eat at home than out. But every now and again, I do want to go out. I do want to, have somebody prepare my food and have a cocktail and talk smack to somebody who's randomly sitting at the bar. So it's kind of hard to say how to balance or how to make somebody feel like it's okay, because it should be okay. It should be like that Anthony Hamilton song. If we don't have no money, it doesn't matter. We can have a picnic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they clowning him on Instagram right now.
What
the meme, because they said we can fill up on love alone. I think somebody had did a meme. I had to show it to you offline, but they was clowning. But I agree.
Yeah,
but I think
all you need is love and respect and communication. I think anything can. We had this kind of
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
before.
yeah.
We had this talk going down the highway. When I was like, so. Since I talked to you, am I good enough to be on your show now?
There you go.
But I just feel like if you got love conquers all, communication and respect, I mean, man, that right there. So it shouldn't matter a dollar amount or anything, because everybody's level of comfortability and everybody's lifestyle is quite different.
Right.
It's just different.
But I think what you did answer was good in a sense, because it was be open-minded. And be okay with change. Be okay to prepare a meal. Is like that's luxury these days.
And that's love. My son will be like, Mama, you cooking? I'll be like, yeah. He said, hold up. Is you cooking with love though?
That's it.
I'm like, what? He was like, because if you ain't cooking with love, don't cook. Yeah. Because when you ain't cooking with love, we be like, man, I ain't eating that. Whatever. I'm like, dude, whatever. He's like, nah, but when you cook with love, we could taste the love in the food.
Right.
But cooking to me is like therapeutic. Music and cooking. Give me the kitchen and some tunes.
Okay.
And I'm like, I told you I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper in the car. I'm a rapper in the kitchen. Okay. I forgot the kitchen.
No doubt. So when a few years back, you started this business. Tell me a little bit about it. Tell me everything.
All right. So, I mean, I've been a real estate broker and investing in real estate since I was 18.
Okay.
But, it was really just about the money for me. When I became a real estate broker, everything was transactional, not relationship. Mm-hmm. That's just how it was. I wasn't thinking in terms of that.
Right.
Then in 2017, a couple things happened. I kind of got sick, and then I was like, God, Lee, man, I got to prepare. Like this morning, I thought I was about to be writing my own eulogy out and leaving it for somebody. So I'm like, oh, man, I got to make sure that my kids are okay. I have to make sure that my grandson is okay. So let me get some things in order. But that same year, Kansas City had lots of deaths, and all around the city, all you heard about was gentrification. The white folks is coming here. They taking our properties. They moving us out. Right. And I was thinking, to me, it was simple. Buy the houses. Y'all buy the houses. Like, if you don't want them to come in here and buy them, they for sale, buy them. Obviously, that was like 1 + 1 = 2. Guess that was just simple, too simple.
Right.
I thought it was simple. Obviously, it wasn't that simple. So I decided, you know what? Why aren't people buying houses? Why aren't these black folk buying houses? So, of course, I'm asking people. I'm doing a poll on social media. They're like, I don't got no money. I don't have no good credit. I can't afford it. Just can't. I'm like, hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm coming down here. Excuse me.
You're right.
I'm coming down here. So, July 2017, I opened this office and was like, I'm so sorry, y'all.
You're all right. Take your time. Get some water in your system, man. I don't want no problems.
So, I'm like, yo, I'm going to come and help educate everybody on how to buy a house.
Okay.
I'm going to show them where the money is. I'm going to show them how to build up their credit. You think that was simple enough.
Right.
You offering this for free. People gonna come. No. People weren't showing up. Well, it was baffling to me.
Right.
Because I felt like, well, this is everything that y'all was complaining about. Here it is. Someone is trying to help you overcome all those obstacles.
Right.
I spent the whole year, every Wednesday night, walk-in Wednesdays. Keys Realty Group stayed open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m., for people to walk in to get the information and the resources for free. I was convinced they just like complaining.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like complaining.
So you think that's the basis of what we live in now? Like, as far as or just then, or you think it's getting better?
I think that the pandemic put fire underneath a lot of people's tails.
Okay.
But we still got a lot of work to do. We
Gotcha.
still got to come. You still got to show up. Because if I was to throw a concert or a party, everybody coming dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To listen to music and still go home and not be able to pay their damn light bill. Still going to be late on their car note. Still got bad credit. But yet they just spent $150 on a concert ticket, $300 on an outfit.
Come on now.
But it costs $500 for me to come and show you how to get your credit and stuff together, so you can actually be living like you look. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Come on. No, it's people rather look like they got their stuff together instead of actually getting their stuff together.
Right.
And that's some sick shit to me. That's
Right.
crazy. It's baffling to me because if you as a parent, even if you're not a parent, there's somebody that's looking up to you. If you get yourself in order, guess what? If you learn what to do, you can help your child learn what to do.
Right.
And they can help their child learn what to do. So by getting yourself in order, you are able to give your child a head start in life. Everybody ain't got to get it out the mud. That shit is not freaking
Right.
It's not. I'm sorry. Some of us did have to.
Right.
But guess what? I don't want my kids to.
You don't want your kids to do it.
I don't want my grandkids to. So yes, everything I do is to help them have a head start.
Yeah.
They don't gotta struggle. I did it already.
And I believe that. I really believe that. And I think that when you're looking at it and you're going through life, that's one of my biggest things. Like with my kids and my grandkids. Like some of us some people came into it, like you come into money, you come into being well off. I was bullheaded in certain things, but at the same time, my dad paid bills a little different. He got paid every week. He was a construction worker, so there was always money coming in. He was a DJ. So if he wasn't working on cars and DJing and doing houses and building firecracker stands, it was always some kind of hustle. You see what I'm saying? Cutting grass, whatever. My mom, she sat down and did her bills, but it was kind of like, what you doing? I got this. And then later on, you learned it. So the fact that now we're all old enough to know better, I think it's crazy that we don't prepare ourselves more. But I had to get out of my own ways because I was worried about the time it was going to take to fix it and letting it prolong versus saying my fault.
Instead of starting right now.
Starting right then and there. Because a lot of times that was that's just me being bullheaded, but me being transparent. I didn't want to sit down and go through it. I didn't want to sit down and look at my numbers and look at all the damage I had already done. I just wanted to kind of like put it in the closet and put it in.
It don't exist, like it's going to go away. Like the boogeyman, when the lights come on, he just go away.
Right.
Nah.
And so I think it's dope that you offer that. So right now, so you said every Wednesday you do that here still?
No, every third Wednesday now.
Every third Wednesday. And it's what time again?
It's from 7 to 7. No, I'm sorry. It's from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. Every third Wednesday.
Every third Wednesday. Okay. And then you do they'll do the credit part and as well as talk about houses and everything else, right?
So the credit part, you typically have to make an appointment with me, and I typically only do credit on Fridays unless you're just not available on Fridays, and then we'll figure it out. Okay. I mean, that's good that you're still offering. It's a luxury. Okay. Now, 2018, we was talking about something that happened after that. So you said 17 and then 18. What happened? Oh, my goodness. So 2018, for those of y'all who don't really know, that was the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act. And, of course, I'm in real estate, so I'm going to know. I'm a landlord. I'm going to know about fair housing. And I'm also going to let you know that even 2021, we don't have fair housing. But in 2018, it was the 50th anniversary of the passing of the Fair Housing Act. Okay. And I was thinking, after hosting all these seminars and people not showing up, I was like, what can I do in order to get people to show up, right? And in my head, I'm like, people come to concerts, people come to stuff that's fun. So I said, I'm going to create an experience. Okay. I'm going to create an experience that's going to be fun and educational. So that's when I came up with the Kansas City Homes Tour experience. Yep. See her. So April 2018 was my the first tour. So it was just not just a home buying seminar, it was a bus tour too. Okay. So I loaded folk up on buses and took them around the Kansas City urban core to look at affordable and renovated houses for sale, to let people know that we got some jewels in the city. Right. You don't have to get pre-qualified and go out to the suburbs. Stay right here. Mm-hmm. Have the equity in your homes. So I want to make sure I understand. Explain the equity part. Like, why is it important? Because that's where you get your wealth at and gaining equity in assets. So most people who are investor in things gain it to gain an asset, to gain equity, which is money. Yeah. And in the urban core, and don't matter what city you in, that's where you get your most equity. That's where you gain your most equity because you're able to buy low, and the chances of it increasing is higher numbers. Okay. Heck, people from 2018 who bought houses today, they probably got a good $50,000, $60,000 in equity just because this year and last year was a seller's market. The prices increased like crazy. Gotcha. So people who bought houses maybe off the tour for $65,000 in 2018, they probably got a house now that's worth about $125,000. Like, insane. And the house probably was way less than that then. Yeah, for sure. So this is my question to you then. Then why is it just a program thing that we think that when you get a little money, you got to move on the outskirts? I think it's a few things. I mean, people say the schools, people say the neighborhood, people say the crime, and just the chance for people to have access to more things, whether it's businesses, stores. People just want access to more things, and most of the development and stuff was happening outside of the city. it takes a lot. It takes businesses to keep people in the urban core, keep
Gotcha.
people in neighborhood. So that's why it's important for start a business. Don't worry about if you know somebody else who got the same kind.
Yeah.
Do it anyway. Open it up here in the city. People gonna come.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the more businesses, people will stay here in the city if they have access to resources.
Yeah. I mean, because when you look at it and you come into the city, you don't even have Walmarts in the city.
Nope.
And I think it's kind of designed that way.
Got a bunch of Family Dollars.
You got a bunch of Family Dollars, a bunch of
Lord.
Dollar Generals. You'll get everything else. Mm-hmm. But I think it's designed that way to make you go out and not really come into it. So you said landlord. So if you could give some tips, like just maybe two, do you think it's, when it comes into the landlord thing, and do you think it's a better thing to hold on to your properties, or do you think the flip is better? It just depends on the properties.
I feel like two things. It's a case by case scenario. Depends on what your goals are.
Okay.
And is it financial feasible for you to sell at this time? I mean, like I said, this is a seller's market. So for a house that I paid $50,000 for, if I can get $150,000 for it right now, I'm sorry, Mr. Miss Tenant, you can stay or you can move, but this mug's going up for sale.
Right.
So
Right.
it's just kind of case by case. So at one point in my life, the residual was awesome because I didn't do no work. I didn't do any work. So I lived off my residual income. That's
Right.
how I traveled. Every 4 to 6 weeks, I'm out the country. I'm gone. I come back in just to collect rent, do it all over again.
Right.
That's all I did. But now that I'm sitting still, and now that I'm wanting to do more development and different things, it's like, whoo, I'm gonna need this money right now.
Gotcha.
Let me go ahead and sell a few of these properties so I can have more liquid cash, so I could make some moves. So it's really a case by case.
That is like wholesaling too. Is like case to case too? Like if you want to do it or don't want to do it.
Wholesaling is that's just a form of selling something. I'm not a wholesaler.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with wholesalers.
Just trying to give them some game.
Yeah, I'm not a wholesaler though. A wholesaler is like an unlicensed person who finds a property and brokers it, and finds a property. A person who wants to sell it, then they go out and find a person that wants to buy it. They're just a broker without a license.
Yeah, so I want them to know.
And they just tap their prices on top. Wholesalers is messing up the game though for a minute. I don't understand them sometimes. They trying to get rich off of one deal. Don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to get rich off of one deal.
Walk it down.
Yeah, walk it down. Like, you going to kill a deal because you want to make a $50,000 profit on one. Make 15, 20, 15,000, 5,000. Don't matter. You ain't do nothing but make a phone call, make another phone call, do up some paperwork. Come on.
So that's cool. I mean, and I think so. Like with that, and the reason why I asked that because it's like so much going on nowadays where everybody's, they want to be rich tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be, or today, the same day they get it, they want to be rich. So I want everybody to kind of see as different avenues to it. But like you said, like you ain't always got to go for the gusto. You can kind of chip away at it, and if you do 4 of them, you still good.
Man,
it's more than what you had when you started.
Exactly.
So
I think that's the same thing I say about contractors who come out and like give me bids on stuff. Like, come on, dude. Like, I've been doing this a real long time. You know that I know your numbers is hella fluctuated.
Yeah.
Oh, with this, well, I'm okay. That's your price. I don't need your services.
Don't argue.
You don't. Yeah. All right. Thank you for your time. You try to people shoot their own selves in the foot trying to get rich and greedy off of one deal. I'm sorry. Every business, doesn't matter what it is, it should be relationship based.
Yeah. And that's what you said you had to learn.
Yeah, relationship based.
Okay. All right, no doubt. That's cool. You give me some gems in there. We in there.
Want to wrap it up? Okay, so all right, I'll give you an example. Relationship based as far as let's say we were just talking about construction. I go to different cities buying properties. So people come out and they try to give me bids. Now I always say, hey, this is not a one time shot. I'm trying to build up a relationship with some qualified workers.
Yeah.
So you're giving me, again, like I said, I know the prices of things, so I know that these prices are hella fluctuated. This isn't the only project. You can have all my projects, but I ain't gonna be able to make no money on these prices. Instead of somebody being like, yeah, I know I marked this up 400%,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 400%. I could bring it down. Like, I ain't trying to not let nobody eat, but at the same time, come on, man. These aren't properties that I live in. These are properties that I invest in. So I have to be able to make a profit too.
Right.
So that being said, that's a relationship based business. You come down a little bit for long term relationships. All right, I know if nothing else, if I don't have to go and look for any work because I know this person has got back to back work for me that's gonna keep me busy regardless. Not saying I only have to do work for this person, but I know I have constant work right here.
That's dope. I think that's in life, shoot, if you good to people. Because your name kind of get there before you do. So,
Yeah.
So that's definitely deep. Okay. So September 25th.
September 25th. Oh my goodness.
So what we say, 9 a.m. to 7:30?
Yes, it's a long day.
Okay.
So September 25th is our fall 2021 homes tour experience. Oh my goodness. We missed it. We didn't get to do it last year because of the pandemic. So I've been so anxious to oh my God, I missed it for the spring because, people still wasn't vaccinated yet,
right.
but more people are more vaccinated now. I think with some safety precautions and things like that, distancing them on the buses and inside the venue, that this would be successful.
Yes, ma'am.
So it used to be a 2-day event. Whoa, Lord Jesus. It used to be 2 days of my life.
Okay.
It used to be a 2-day event. And I was like, I got to condense this down to 1 day.
Right.
It's going to be a long day. So it's like 9 a.m. to 7:30. I mean, home buying seminars in the morning, home buying seminars in the evening, bus tour in the middle, lots of breakout rooms and fun and raffles and giveaways in between. We still always have the DJ. We have Tony Smith. Mm-hmm. He always comes and DJs for us. It's always free food. For the past few years, we've had Gates Catering, always a food truck too. And this is always free. Everything's free.
That's what's up.
Before then, we had Jazz's Louisiana Kitchen catering. So it's always mad fun. It's mad fun. You get a lot of information, a lot of education, a lot of resources. So whether it's credit that you need to overcome, whether you don't have a bank account, we have banks there. You want to get pre-qualified on site. We have that. We have people who have down payment. We have insurance companies. We have the school district. KC Show Me Schools, because there's more school options than people think of. Mm-hmm. People be afraid of the maintenance that comes along with the houses. So we have home warranty companies.
That's dope.
A lot of people have grandparents and stuff who own homes, and they're kind of stuck with them because their grandparents either didn't leave a will, they didn't do the deed properly. So we have title companies that kind of educate people on how to transfer titles, how to do this, because we have so many homes around here that are just blighted because there's nothing that can be done with them. They can't get a loan to fix them up because they're not deeded properly, or they, like I said, people or their family have died and they didn't leave a will or transfer do a beneficiary deed for it to transfer title. So you have this title that's no good, a cloudy title. You can't do nothing with it. So
gotcha.
Just a lot of education, lots of fun. Like I said, lots of raffles. Mm-hmm. If anyone's ever come to any of the home tours experience or any of my seminars, y'all know that I'm probably as real as you get when I'm talking. So you ask me anything and I'm just going to be 100. I'm not going to say anything that's going to be like, oh my God, do I need to get a dictionary to understand what it is that she says? No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking directly to my audience. Right. Whoever you are out there, when I'm going to look out there and I'm going to talk directly to you.
Yes, ma'am. So. And then you, I seen a couple of times you do like a thing for the realtors, like once you like these workshops or like a little get togethers and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it.
It's so a lot of people, it's funny because a lot of different realtors, they always call me like, who you use for this, who you use for that. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people want to know who my vendors are, who my resources are. And then I'll be like, well, who are you? Mm-hmm. Like, I want to know who you are. I ain't never done no business with you. Or we Facebook friends, but I ain't never met you before. Yeah. And so a lot of people in the industry, we don't know each other. Man, we supposed to be knowing each other. We supposed to be co-oping. You got a house that's for sale. Hold up. Let me see if we got somebody over here to buy it. You got something coming up. Oh, let me see. Like, why are we not networking within each other? Let's get these mugs sold fast. That's what we're here for. To serve our clients.
And see, I think that's a lost art. And it ain't a color thing. I just think it's a time thing now. Nobody wants to help each other. because the fear of somebody will step above them faster or whatever. So I think I really want to give you your flowers on that because I'm not a realtor, so I definitely would have came in there and partied a little bit, but I like the fact that you do that.
Yeah, it was mad dope.
Yeah.
It was mad dope. I mean, it was people who were like, "Yo, Miss Keys, man, I always wanted to meet, man. This is Kansas City.
Yeah.
This Kansas City is this big.
Right.
We should have all been knowing each
Right,
other. We should have all met. We should have all done something. So I want to do something more, something bigger, something that was fun though. It was really fun.
Are you gonna still do them like quarterly, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I was trying to do them monthly, but this month and next month, crazy month for me. So it's like I'm tied up. I might try to do something again come October. Definitely something for the wintertime.
Yeah.
Something for the wintertime. I want to do something to where I could raise money for my nonprofit because I want to help applicants have money to do home inspections and things like that. Something that goes towards housing. Mm-hmm. Something to help them be in the process of buying a house because down payment, I kind of got people covered for that.
Yeah.
Closing costs kind of got people covered for that too. But there's those in-between expenses that people have to come up. Not that I don't want people to be vested in anything, because you do. You need to be vested because then you appreciate it more.
True.
But, there's just some people that I know, like, we barely got them, and they trying really hard, and they can afford to buy a house. They just can't afford these lot of in-between things, and I don't want people to skip one important process in the home buying process, and that's inspections. Know what you buying before you buy it. That's important. So maybe I'll do some sort of ball. Who sent me a picture? I think Gary or Joey. Somebody sent me a picture the other day, and we had on furs and like ball gowns and tuxedos, and I was like, you know what? I need to get pretty. Like maybe I need to create an event so we can get pretty. So maybe something around the wintertime.
That'll be cool. So, kids, grandkids.
Yes, they're my hearts.
Okay. What's your legacy? What do you want your legacy to be when it's all said and done?
Oh man. So right now, they used to call me Miss Benton here in Kansas City because I owned everything up and down Benton Boulevard, and it's so cool now.
Life flex.
Yeah, life flex.
Flex.
It's cool. We drive up and down Benton now, and my son be like, "Mama, didn't you own that? Didn't you own that? Didn't you?" He said, "You own something up and down this whole?" I said, "Oh yeah, about at least 4 on each block." I said, and listen, I said, look at them all now. I said, they're all homeowners now. Yeah. I said, you see, I said, look, they nice, yours is nice, they porch look good. I said, make the block look better, don't it? Make these blocks look better. He's like, oh, okay, Miss Benton. I said, yeah, that's me. So I just think I want to leave something behind. That's why I want to get into development, something that people can go back to and be like, oh, this was my mama, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, she built this. She did this. So just something that's going to last and stand forever. I want to know that I did it. I want them to know that I did that. She did that.
Gotcha. Okay, so as far as that, what you said St. Louis is a location getting ready to open an office there?
Yes, 6140 West Florissant. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Okay.
I feel like it's never going to happen. It's like the last month of pregnancy. Like, oh my goodness, it feel like even this last month is 9 months.
Right.
So it should be open somewhere between now and the home tours. Okay. It's been a long process, boy.
Okay. No doubt. What else is down the pipe? What else?
Down the pipeline?
It's your promotion right here. You get all of it out.
Oh.
And mention it. Give me the name of the nonprofit too.
Oh, it's called By Purpose Productions. That's the nonprofit. What's in the works? KRG growing. I mean, our whole goal was to become a national real estate brokerage, a national black-owned real estate brokerage. So KRG STL, KRG ATL, KRG Texas, KRG Illinois. I mean, we coming to an urban core near you. That's the whole main goal.
That's the goal.
So we're hiring. We're hiring in Kansas City. We're hiring in St. Louis. Everything. So not just realtors. We need office managers, transaction coordinators, bookkeepers. We need everything for both offices. I'm working on, I just bought a whole block. Bought a whole block. So I'm trying to determine what I'm going to do with this block now that I'm bought this block. But I'm going to do something with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something. I think just trying to do all that I can while I'm still able to do.
Gotcha.
Before I get myself too tired.
Gotcha.
Now, before I make myself too tired, and just trying to grow up the agents, grow up my son, grow up the other agents, and help them fulfill or carry on what it is that we all sat at that little conference table over there, and we used to brainstorm.
Okay, no doubt.
That's
no
what we
doubt.
do. It's too small for us all now, but we used to sit around that mug and brainstorm like, all right, who writing down what I just said? Did somebody capture that? Because that was some good shit.
Yeah.
They be like, we got it. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, man, yeah, how about that's a good idea, too. We got to do that, too. All right. So just kind of building up a team, because it's real important. I understand that I can't do it all myself.
Right.
I have to have the proper people around that don't have egos.
Gotcha.
That is not worried about, oh, this person's ahead or this person's title. Nah, we all in this on a mission. So I think that right now it's important to put the proper people in my circle.
That's cool. Okay. So in this thing called life, of course, things happen every day. We've seen that today.
Yeah.
So in the sense of emergency contacts, something was to happen. Who was the first person you call?
Oh my goodness, the first person I call is Jesus.
After
I'm calling on Jesus. 911.
Okay. We're gonna keep going down the list till we get there. Come on.
Then I'll probably call my husband, and then I'll probably call my son.
Hold on. You can't address it. So you call your husband, of course. That's smart. So you and your husband and your son together. You know, you're going down the highway and roadside assistance ain't on the phone or whatever. Who's the next person you call?
I ain't calling nobody. I ain't got nobody else to call.
So, in the sense of that, phone not working and all of that, go up a couple blocks, phone dead now, time to get on the payphone. Who do you call?
I don't know nobody's phone number by heart.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Dude, phone
you-
dead. Oh, my God. That's horrible.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Technology has ruined. I don't know nobody's phone number.
So, I ask that question all the time. At one point in time, I had emergency contact. It was solid. It changed. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at that, sometimes it gives you anxiety to figure out, like, who can I put here? I was talking to one of my partners the other day, and he was like, bro, if I wanted to start a business right now, and I had to, because he loves the question, you know. But he's like, if I wanted to start a business right now, I don't know 5 people in my phone I can call and ask for $6,000, and they not give me no complaints. They not ask me why, they not ask me how, when I'm going to get it back. He said, I don't have that in my phone. He said, so the desire nowadays is to have that where I can have their numbers memorized. You see what I'm saying? Where I can call them and we can all grow together. You see what I'm saying? So I challenge people, learn these numbers.
I like that.
Learn these numbers. Because in the sense of it too, everybody has different people they can call for different situations. If you really think about it, it shouldn't matter the situation. You should be able to call anybody in your phone and they should be able to help you when you're on the edge, about to fall. When you're at your highest and they got to bring you back down some. You see what I'm saying? When you stable and you ain't really doing it because you're comfortable, they got to be able to push and pull you through the door.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel bad. I do know who I would call.
Talk.
I would call Latasha.
That's cool.
I don't know her phone number by her, but I would call her.
That's
I would
cool.
call. She's part of my. She's my. I mean, it's so crazy that we went to high school together.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody kind of dispersed. You know, I got pregnant. Another one got pregnant. You know, I went and got my GED at 16. I don't know what the hell everybody did. All I know is that we all kind of dispersed.
Right.
So she came back into my life a couple years ago. She ain't left. She been right here. That's my rider. Like, when I tell you, she be protecting me, and I don't even know she protected me.
Right.
She protect me so good that I didn't even know it was a problem.
Okay.
I'm like, so. She's like, I handled it. Huh? What happened? You
Don't
know,
worry about
I'll be like, let me tell. I'm like, oh my God. She be like, how do you be so calm? I said, because I don't let a lot of stuff bother me. She be going up like, hold on, calm down. You can't. You can't go off on everything about everything. She's like, you're not mad? Yeah. But why you calm? I just learned like, no. It's a way I got to be at all times.
Right.
If you ever hear about Tenesia being rah-rah, y'all have to know it was something major for me to be rah-rah. Yeah, I don't get rah-rah, and it ain't happening. It don't matter that I like that type of shit, but I ain't gonna do it. I got too much to lose. I'm gonna exit this stage, or I'm gonna let you rah all by yourself. And as you finish,
yeah,
have a good day.
That's growth.
What? Have a good day. Like no. I would call Tasha.
My takeover button is kind of low. It moments it goes high and low, but it's good. Before we leave, handles where they can reach you at, where they can look you up at, different things like that.
Oh my goodness, you can reach me. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Keys Realty Group. You can follow us on Facebook, Keys Realty Group STL. My personal is Miss Keys to KC on Instagram, and Tenesia Brown. Our contact information is 816-469-5350. We're located at 3304 Linwood Boulevard in Kansas City, Missouri, 6140 West Florissant in St. Louis, Missouri. And you can always catch us on our website, and you can reach out to any agents. That's www.keysrealtygroupinc.com.
I want to tell you thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you again.
I don't even feel like a stepchild anymore. I feel like I'm part of the family now.
You're a sister. You're a sister. So my big sister had time for me.
Oh, okay.
Even in her ill state. So
man.
So we're gonna make sure you go home and get you some water.
And I'm about to go to the store and get a big jug of cold water.
Okay. So never goodbye. I always see you later.
Okay.
Till we see each other again, may God be your direction, and we be your seatbelt in this thing called life, or vice versa. Be cool, be safe.
All right, thanks.
What's good with you? How the fam doing? Everybody Gucci? Slow motion. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. All the strong women and mothers out there, married and single, we appreciate y'all. We just want to give y'all something to listen to. Just want you to understand all the men in the world. Fellas, good days, great nights. Oh yeah. Fellas, y'all promise to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Tell it like it really is. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Uncomfortable conversations are needed for growth and closure. Be real with it.